Nice and quiet.
Alright. If you didn't notice, these videos are much longer than usual for a very specific reason of this game takes a while to progress. So I want to give it time so that each video actually has some progression in it. I don't know whose house is this, but I'm going in anyways. Well, we don't need to read about this. Jesus Christ, there's so many lore. Here, I'll scroll it slowly. So if you guys want to read it, you guys can read it yourself. So here you go. Okay. First paragraph. And second paragraph. And scroll down some more. And there you go. You guys can pause it and read it yourself. Bottle of a gone reed is half empty. Let's save. This man and woman appears to have been in deep conversation, working at closing two bulging satchels. They move to embrace until the woman notices you approach and pauses, her smile faltering a little.
Well met, friend.
Can we help you? She looks to her companion, brow furrowing with confusion. Do you know this woman, Naunton? Naunton shakes his head. I don't believe so. Was there something you wanted, strangers? That cloak. I've seen it before. You killed that man in the cave. Are you accusing me of something? Ingro looks to Norton, touching his arm. If this is about the ancient accident, we're both grieving Pearlie's loss, but it was a wild animal's doing. Naunton shakes his head minutely. You see a tremble in his hand. What could make you suggest such a thing? Why did you do it? He was your friend. Naunton hesitates, and then his expression darkens. My friend. He was a cruel enough man to his friend. You didn't know him. You wouldn't defend him if you did. His hand falls to his sword belt. Naunton, wait! Ingros raised a hand. I don't know what you saw in that cave, but this isn't what you think. Pearlie, my husband, he was such a beast as that bear. I tried to leave the first time I suffered his temper, but he wouldn't have it. She looks away, expression pained. Naunton, we met, and I knew I found someone special, someone kind, who cared for me. Please, all we want is to leave this place, to start somewhere else. She looks down at the satchels. We've some coin saved up. You could have it, if you'll only let us go. Hmm. Do I truly want to be a purely good character? No, I don't want to be purely good. I want to be good but beneficial. So, sounds fair enough. Hand it over. Ingro sags with relief. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. She fumbles through one of their bags and withdraws a heavy coin purse, which she hands you for your compassion. Let's go, Naunton. We have a long way ahead of us. Yay! Completed a quest. Oh, so close to leveling. If you weren't with me, I would have leveled. Okay, how much money do I have now? Oh, they only give me like 300 coin. Yeah. Okay, hang on. So, I have 747. 747. Oh, okay. Why did they take that with them? Weird. Weird. I mean, if she wants, you know, to do that, then I'll be it. Do I want to go back to that cave? No, not really. I don't want to go back to that cave. Seems like a bad idea to go back to the cave who you betrayed the ghost of. We're just visiting every house today. Oh, can I steal stuff? No. Man, it's only these people. God damn it, I can't even take their stuff. Annoying. Like, I would read it, but it feels so out of place. Oh. This is the last house, I believe. Yep. Uh-oh. What is this? We know there's more grain in there, Trumbell. We won't settle for scraps while you grow fat on our crops. A muffled shouting emerges from inside the mill. The first of you drunkards come through that door gets shot between the eyes. Gods hear me, Swainer. I'll put you down like a dog. Come away for now, lads, but we'll be back, Trumbell, and we'll have a fair prices for by the flame. We'll have a reckoning. Okay, take those mushrooms. Okay. See, I don't know if I need any of that to make food. I need veggies, fruit, and meat. Okay. So things like stews, right? Like, I don't know which one you need. Here, I'll just take the beer out. And this is, okay, so this is already made. Like, it's an actual food instead of just, like, Okay, so I will put that there. And you can, what does this do? Minus fatigue? Okay, you can have that. You can take that. If you shoot me, I swear to God, I will kill you. I will kill you. An elven man stands before you. His relatively stocky build suggests a life of labor. His face is pale and drawn and his eyes wide. Behind him, a younger man and a woman exchange worried glances. The miller raises a club as you enter. It shakes violently in his grip. Get back if you value your life. Hold on. I'm not here to hurt anyone. Oh, nice. The miller hesitates, then lowers the club. Wait, I know you. You just came into town, right? Don't tell me Swimer already got his claws to you. Gods, that's all I need. I thought you could use some help. Those people out there seem pretty angry. Really? Trumbull sighs of relief. Hiley's tits. Okay, Hiley's tits. Could I use a friendly face? I take it you heard some part of what that crowd was asking for. Grains, as if I got it all tucked away somewhere. Swiner's been edging that lot on for days now. They've been keeping clear so far, but if things keep up like they are, I don't know how much more longer we've got before things get messy. Please, if you're not there on his behalf, maybe you could speak for Swiner. He won't listen to me anymore. Just explain that we're all getting smaller rations now. We're all making sacrifices. I'll go see what I can. I had some other questions. Yes. What was that rocket outside? You already told me. Trumbull shake his head. Where to begin? Swimer whipped them up into a froth. Going on about the grain stores, claims I've hidden away most of it. All I do with the grain is sell it. I can't create it out of thin air, and I can't hand it out for free. I pay the farmers for the crop they bring in, and I sell what comes out of the mill. Most of it goes into the Black Hound on the west side of town for ale, and Swimer and his lot sure don't mind that part. You take a look on the fields on the way to town, the crop's blighted, and most of what I'm getting from the farmers. Trumbull gestures to the sack and containers. It's gone off, rotted through. I can't pay top prices for blighted wheat, and I've barely got enough food grains to go around. Swiner's howling after things he has no right to. Seems like a pretty clean story for a messy situation. Trumbull frowned. It's not. He pauses. Look, Swimer always been a rotten bastard with stores so limited. Maybe I say the good stuff for people who deserves it. Afra's, for instance. She's expecting a child. Should I let her starve instead? Do the villagers know about the grain supply? Trumbull looks embarrassed. The innkeeper, for instance. It's better not to worry anyone. I'll be trading for supplies soon enough. If we can just keep things calm until then, we'll be in the clear. The innkeeper. Trumbull winced. I wouldn't drink the ale. It's all I'm saying. Oh, God. Maybe I ought to have a talk with Swimer then. The miller all but sags with relief. I'd be grateful if you did. He won't listen to me anymore, but maybe you'll have better luck. Tell him we're all having a hard time and we're all making sacrifices. We'll be in your debt for it if you can convince him.
How do you do?
Okay.
Gods keep you.
Okay, so that's his children. Okay, good. I still need a warrior before I can head down there and kill that wisp. And a night's rest at that inn. I'm guessing they all went back to the inn. Is where I'm thinking they'll go. Okay. Alright, let's go into the inn. Finally advancing the story here. And we need to take a night's rest before we need to go back to talk to the captain. The floorboards are sticky with spills that no one had bothered to clean up.
Welcome.
Hello and welcome to the innkeeper looks up. Oh, it's you. Tenfritz told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. Yeah. Consider yourself a favor of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tenfritz said he wants to whip up something nice for you. He's already back to work in the kitchen. She laughs. So, what would you like? I'd like to know more about the Black Hound. Really? Well, let's see. The actual building has been here for years, but the Black Hound's fairly new. We've got a lot new faces here too, fewer than what we are used to, I'll admit. Tenfrit's the big draw. I'm sure we'll get the big crowds back again in no time. I used to work at the stables actually until the old owner up and left. Nobody's sure what happened to him, even left his poor hound behind. That's the name, see? The Black Hound is still sitting upstairs, pinning after him. Poor old girl. Place ended up in my hand somehow, she laughs. My very own inn. A lot of hard work involved, but it's been worth it so far. Please sit where you like. Would you like a drink or a room? We have 2 available at the moment. I'm afraid we can't offer much by the way of a good meal today. She sighs. Unless you're fond of cold porridge. I could use some reliable help. Do you know anyone looking for work? Oh, well, I wouldn't say I can speak from experience, but we do have certain sort of coming by looking for work from time to time. If you want to hire someone on, I'd be happy to send them your way. Let me see what I have to work with. Level 1 adventurer. God damn it. I don't want to make my own adventurer. Actually, no, I do. I kind of do. If I make my own, I can make her into like a melee magician. Ooh, that sounds good. Sounds good. Camping supplies, I already have max of because I can't buy anymore. I can buy some pie, some grain, milk, beer. I don't know if food is something that I really want though, you know? I mean, they do give a nice bonus. Inns allow characters to rest without using camping supplies. Cheap rooms are usually available, but if you have copper to spend, you may consider a more expensive option. The bonuses last for a very long time and affects the entire party. +1 perception, 1 mechanic, and +2 resolve if I sleep in there. I'm gonna get laborer's rest most of the time. That's useful. Task complete. Late for dinner. Ooh, 1,000. No, that's the other one. Never mind. Requires lore 2. I have lore 2. What are they talking about? I actually have lore 3. I can cast this shit. Or is it just red because it's like an important thing? Oh, I don't want to go upstairs. Let's head around back and talk to Tenfrith. Let's see what he has for me. Spoon hangs by the fire, coated in brownish gunk. Ew. Ah, it's you, my savior. He makes a sweeping gesture to indicate the kitchen around you. It's so good to be back. Do not think I will let this go unrewarded. I have decided that you have earned the right to learn one of my most closely guarded secrets, my dearest recipe. After this, you will eat nothing else. A savory pie to keep you hale and hearty. May it serve you well in your travels. I will name a dish in your honor. Oh, please don't. I leveled! Whoop whoop! Some pie? Savory pie is what he gave me, right? No. He gave me ratatouille sweet pie. I need sugar and cocoa. Do I need milk for anything? Yeah, I do. Oh, I need beer for stuff too. Oh my god. Okay, never mind then. Give me the beer back. And the ale. Do I need ale for anything in the cooking? It looks like I just need beer. I don't need ale. Yeah, just beer. So you can have the ale. Oh, there they are. Let's go have a talk. Before that, let's level up. Oh, okay. Ooh, I have 2 spells. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Spells. Bewildering spectacle. Create a bizarre and perplexing visual distraction, confusing the enemies in the area of effect. Not needed. Web. Spins a resilient, viscous web through the area of effect, reducing movement for all affected. Not needed. Creates a mystical shield around the caster, suffusing them with bonuses to burn, freeze, corroding. Okay. Damage reduction to those elements. Good. Cause enemies wounds in the area of effect to ignite, inflicting additional bird damage over time each time they're wounded. Ooh. So it's a 5 burn damage every time they're hit. It's okay. It's okay. Eats away at the target's spirit, inflicting corrosive damage and converting the essence into endurance for the caster. Oh. Oh. That's cool. That's cool. Curse of the Blackened Sight shrouds the target vision in total darkness, blinding them. Meh. Fetid Caress. The target becomes paralyzed, inflicting a boiling pustule of foul-smelling liquid that erupts on their skin, sickening those nearby. Target is paralyzed for 12 seconds. That's pretty good. Infused with Vital Essence. Infuse the caster with Fatality, giving them temporary increase in current maximum endurance. Oh, it's only a temporary thing. Merciless Gaze. Increasing the chance of landing critical hits. I don't need it. Miasma of Dull-Mindedness. Cloud of heavy fog settle in the minds of those in the area of effect, dulling sense and wits, inflicting penalties on perception, intellect, and resolve. Mirror Image. Create a duplicate of caster, distract your enemy, granting high deflection bonus, and it is reduced each time hit is taken. Only 90 seconds from 12 deflection. And it lasts 90 seconds. It's okay, but I could just take the other one, which is 20 deflection until I get hit. Which, in theory, could be better if I don't get hit at all, right? It'll last forever. Necrotic Lance. Create a lance of pure necrotic energy, causing corrode damage instantly and over time. Damn, that is really good. Ray of Fire is what I'm going to get, though. Create a scorching ray of flame between the caster and the target, inflicting continual burn damage to the target and anyone caught in the ray. Oh, I'll take that. Rolling Flame creates a bounding ball of fire, inflicting burn damage on anyone in its path. I will take that too. Oh, no new talents unlocked? That's okay. Okay, we're not going to get the same thing for him. Let's see. He's going to get probably Corrosive Siphon. And Fetid Caress, maybe? If I want him to go down the... Yeah, I'm going to get him Corrosive Siphon and Necrotic Lance. He's still going to be a damaging mage, but... Oh, they automatically put in there for me. Nice.
Yes?
Nice. All right,
Yes.
Good.
Indeed.
I?
Yes.
How may I
Damn,
help?
4 times. That's insane. That's insane.
Oh.
I cast 2 second level spell and 1 first level spell
Aye.
for today.
Oh. Indeed.
Okay, save up.
Greetings.
Don't know who you are, and don't much care. Keep walking. We're not here to chat with foreigners. Aloth narrows his eyes. Careful. Looks like they're cut from the same cloth as those rowdies who attacked me. He wrinkled his nose. Smells like it too. I saw you outside the mill. What was that about? Well, someone fancies himself a meddler, eh? What's that about? It's about a Trumbull thinking he's the king of the town on account of he got the mill to his name. The dwarf jowls quiver with rage. It's about him barely giving us anything for what the wheat we bring him. And he's cutting our purses when we need to buy grain. It's about farmers going hungry while some bastards gets rich off of their crops. That's what it's fucking about. Now shove off. What if I buy you all around? Will you talk to me then? Swiner considers briefly. He looks to the others. Fair enough. You'll bring us something to wet our throats, and we might, and I'll feel up to trading words.
Welcome.
Okay. So, a round, right? I'll buy
Hello.
three beers. I'd like to buy a round for the fine fellows over there. Fine fellows? You're having me on. Any more fighting and I'll have you ban Swiner. I'll have to ban Swiner from the inn entirely. The innkeeper frowns. Until then, it's 6 copper pieces for the lot. Can't we skip the payment? It's for a good cause. Oh, no, you don't. I've been fooled often enough. Giving them a jolly evening's worth is hardly a good cause. Pascal laughs. However, they convince you, believe me, it's not worth the copper pieces.
Good day to you.
Here you are. Alright then, here. 3 drinks for the 3 fools. Just take care of them. They're a hot-tempered bunch. Save.
Greetings.
You again? What did you want now? I bought drinks. Hey, so you have. By the flames, I never thought I'd be happy for a mug of Blackhound shit beer. God, that's good. Alright then. You've got my attention. What is it that you got to say that's worth the round of drinks? Maybe you could tell me more about what's going on. It's like I said, the miller's in the charge of grain. Miller in charge of the grain prices. He says they're fair, but I know for a fact that the folk like Alfra pays half of what we do. The dwarf sighs, and maybe we've been a bit rough with him. But what are we supposed to do? We can't keep paying. We're going to starve, and you think Trumble's going to be worried about it when we do. Look, there's no sense in threatening the miller. You have him up against a wall. Maybe you could ask some of the other villagers for help. Swiner eyes you for a few drinking from the deep mug. Then he sighs. You're right. Things go on as they are. We're just going to end up hanging from that tree out there. He looks to his comrade. Tell Trumbull we'll leave him be. Don't know what we'll do now, but with the crops failing, haven't got another trade to speak of. Think Pasca needs a hand around the inn? Yay!
Oh,
Very good.
good day to you.
Alright, let's go back to the mill and tell them that we got rid of the problem. Then we are going to go back to, not the inn, the mill. And then we can go back to the inn and, take a nice long rest. Let's go. I'm just going to wait here for them to come. So how do you guys think of the game so far? I think it's pretty good. It's long because you have to read everything, but the story is interesting. So far, at least. We're not even through with the demo. Because you can play the demo for 15 hours. So, that's a lot of progression.
Good day, stranger.
Trumbo nods a curt greeting. You're back. Have you had any luck with Swiner? I spoke to Swiner, or Swainer. Trumbo takes in a deep breath. And what he say? I've convinced him to leave your family in peace. Why, that's... Really? That's great news. I wasn't sure you get through to him. They're out of their minds with drink half the time. I owe you a great debt. Here. He pulls a coin purse from his hip and pushes it towards you. Today's earning, to show my appreciation, and you be sure I'll get everyone to know what you've done. Glad to help. Now we stand a chance of getting through this year. Trumbull smiles broadly, and thanks to you, safe travels, my friends. I'm not going to be benevolent in this game. That's just insane. Not getting money rewards? That's not how I flow. How much XP did I get for that quest? 300? Damn, that's pathetic. Shit, man. 300 split by 2. So that's like 150 for each of us. Ugh. Well, it was a pretty easy quest. It's just a charisma check, right? So, I understand. Alright, back to the inn. And then we're going to take a nice long rest. Hopefully not get ambushed into sleep. And we'll see where that leads. Actually, we'll check the upstairs first before we get a room. Roaches scatter and flee under the crates. Ew. In guest. Okay. You guys can pause it whenever you want. I'm just going to scroll down very slowly. And read this yourself. I, however, will take the book, so I will sell it later.
Yes.
Okay, can I open this without causing a problem? Oh, I unlocked it, but...
Indeed.
I shall be discreet.
I want that magic ring.
Yes? Of course.
Yes.
Oh, well. 5 deflection.
Yes. Certainly.
Wait. I took it. Okay. Can I put this in my spell book? Can I learn new spells from the scrolls?
Hmm?
I don't think so, right?
Yes.
You take that. Part 1. I think we've already read that. This hound stares intently at the covered window, head cocked at his waiting to hear a particular sound. It looks up when you approach and whines a lowly note, tail wagging slightly. Sorry, girl. I don't think he's coming back. The dog whined softly again, head tilting. Well, you can come with me. Maybe we'll find him on the way. The dog ears perked up. It trotted over to you and barks happily. Did it? Wait, what happened? Oh! Oh! Oh, that is so cool!
I shall.
Hello, little black hound. Oh my god. I got a little pet. So cute. So cute. Alright, I got a pet, guys. I'm so happy. Oh.
Hail and well met.
Hire some help. Oh, I can take on a level 2 adventurer. So, if I do that, they'll always be one level below me, huh?
Well met, friend.
Like a room. $83 copper. Sorry, I'm clearing my throat. But, you know, I've read a lot. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of a gilded veil's hollow tree. The creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face has shriveled inward like moldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to the one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly, her head snaps up and her eyes open, and they are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air she speaks a word. Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when she spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with a new, queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead.
Well met, friend.
All right. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from the thin, crooked bow that sags at the tug of her nose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the robe that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings, but there is a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimensions. Sir, reach out for the woman. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out towards the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt in your mind, a ringing, electric surge of images, that words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she's staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, her body still swaying in the wind. You no longer view from the tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives you a nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
I need to understand something that's happening to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face as though consoling a child. The
The
world
world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there.
She nods.
You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten.
She nods again.
You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
How are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I. Wherever here may be.
What's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair. And here we are, visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
What did you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
She smiles at you reassuringly, fanning out a tuft of long whiskers that sprouts from one of her cheeks.
You should see old Merwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
I think I'd survive a bivouac. Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
You said souls break apart over time.
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again, but less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. No. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
I want to know something about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Who are you?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
What happened to you? She laughs, a rasping choke cackle escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing her body to bob up and down with each spasm. Seeing your blank expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer. Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Tell me.
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
What's an animancer?
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us? The best? Inspirations, miracle workers. My parents were soul twins, miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other, turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid. It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
I had other questions.
Of course, dear.
Never mind.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Caldera closes her eyes and her head slumps forward over the news, and your surroundings seems to bleed into your vision from some unknown place of waiting. Aloth looks at you through narrow eyes. Are you alright? You seem lost just now. I'm a watcher. His arched eyebrow recedes into his hood. Well, that is interesting. He gives you a sly grin, and I expected this has something to do with the hooded figures in the ruins, In any case, I appreciate your honesty since we're traveling together. It's probably wise for us to share these things. Do you know anything about Watchers? Only that they're rare and that they seem to have unique insight into certain soul condition. He coughs, as you just demonstrated. Let's continue on.
17
How
and a
may I
half.
help?
Aloth looks at you with quiet attentiveness. How may I be of service? Tell me of a deer. I've been gone for more than a year now, but I suspect I'll always think of the forest and the fields of a deer as home. We've thousands of years of history and tradition behind us, and there's a sense of dignity and responsibility that comes with that. He frowns. Of course, there's baggage as well. Our empirical past still fresh in the minds of many, as you may have noticed here. Has it been difficult to adjust to the Direwood? People here are informal, hot-blooded. His mouth twists into a wry smirk. More attentive to insult than duty, but as long as one avoids provocation, it's easy to get along. He steeples his fingers. I've gotten accustomed enough to keeping my thoughts to myself anyways. How long were you in the Gilded Vale? He shrugs, fidgeting with the hems of his sleeves. Not much longer than you, as you saw. It was hardly the haven that had been advertised. Any thoughts on what I should do next? Well, you're in charge here as far as I'm concerned. Any place is better than Gilded Vale.
Certainly. Certainly.
I have received confirmation that Lord Radric's heir was not born well. My lord has issued an injunction on all new homesteads until he can be assured that the village has been cleansed of all Eothasians and whatever other undesirables that have brought this curse upon his lands. It would be best if you left town as soon as possible. I would suggest returning to your old home. There will be no place for you here. You may stay at the inn until you can make the necessary arrangements, but I would not advise remaining long. I expect Lord Radric will be most thorough in his efforts to purify this place.
This is outrageous. I came a long way. Then you should have no problem continuing on. Trust me when I say it would be best if you were not here when Lord Radric's men are dispatched from his hold. They will be looking for anyone who might brought the legacy upon us. Those very presence might pollute this wife's wounds. They will extinguish all possibilities. Alright. Well, let's go down. We still need to explore this entire area before we leave. Alright, cool. Let's save. And let's explore this place.